Good morning, kindergarten friends. My name is Alexis, and today we're going to be doing a science experiment. This experiment's going to take a little bit of time, so we won't be able to see what happens today. But I do have a little task for you guys to do at home later, so that next week when we meet, I can see how you guys are feeling about the experiment. So today, I'll show you all the things that we need for this experiment. I have a glass container. It's pretty big. It's about the size of my hand. Pretty big container. And I have a pot. You need 1 cup of water. You need 3 cups of sugar. I have some clothespins. I have some little wooden dowels, skewers, anything wooden that's circular and long. And I have oven mitts. And if you're gonna be doing this experiment at your home with your family, then you will need to have an adult because it's very hot and a little bit dangerous. So we want to make sure that we have an adult, so we're doing things safely. So before everyone got here today, I did a little bit of work beforehand because I needed to make this mixture, but I needed to let it sit for like 20 minutes so that it was a little bit cooler, and I did not have time to do that on camera today. But while I was waiting for that to cook, firstly, I took one of the wooden skewers, I put some water on it, and then I rolled it around in this plate of sugar. Just a little bit of sugar on the plate, and I rolled it around so that it was all nice and covered. You see? It's all covered all the way around. And I let that dry so that it would be ready for us. And then I put a pot on the stove, and I put 1 cup of water, and I put it to boil, and slowly I poured in 3 cups of sugar, making sure to mix it so that it all gets mixed together. Mixing, mixing, mixing. And then I put some food coloring in, which you could do too if you're doing it. I put some green because green is my favorite color. And then I just let it sit for 20 minutes, and you can see on the side a little bit. Look at that. You can see on the side that it's starting to get all hard and chunky. So now we're going to start the experiment. I have my glass container, and if yours is little, you might want to have a funnel. That would be helpful, but I do not have a funnel in my house right now. And so what you're gonna do now is I'm gonna take my oven mitts so that we can be safe. We gotta have your oven mitts on because this is very hot. And this is a part that your mom or dad or your parent would do for you, just because it's a little dangerous and we don't want anybody to get hurt. So we're going to take it and we're gonna pour it in nice and slow. Oh, nice and slowly. Make sure we don't make a spill. Awesome. Now be careful touching this glass because it's still gonna be hot, you see? Oh, you see how it's all fogging up? That's because of all the hot air. There's so much hot air in here. So it's making the glass all foggy. All right, now that we have that in, we're going to take our skewer with all the sugar on it, and we're going to put it in like this, and we'll just let it rest on the side for now. And we're going to take our clothespins, probably just 2, and we're going to do that. And clip again so that it stands up like this. You see how I did that? I clipped one on the skewer, I clipped this one on the skewer, and I placed it down, and then I took the second, and then I took the second one and I clipped it on top, so that both of these are sitting on the side of the cup, holding it in place, and it's sitting in there. All the sugar on the skewer is sitting inside of it. Now we let it sit, and we're probably gonna have to let it sit for about a week before we see anything happen. So we'll come back in a week and we're gonna see what happens then. But I have a little task for you guys. So because we are not going to see what happens, I would like to see, what do you guys think is gonna happen? What do you think is gonna happen to the sugar on this stick? What do you think it'll look like? And I want you guys to draw a picture of what you think is gonna happen. And if you're doing this with your parents, then you can just draw a picture of what you see. What do you observe? What is happening during the time of the experiment? What do you see going on? And you can do step by step. And I would really love to see what you guys think. And then when we come back, you guys can share your drawings and we can talk about it and we can see what really happened. And if you guys made it at home, I'll give you a hint. It's candy. So if you do it at home, then we'll have a little treat together at the end of the week. So now that we have this, just make sure it's in the center. Now that we have this all set and ready to go, we're gonna put it somewhere that we think is very safe. So maybe you can put it on top of a dresser, or maybe you can put it on top of the fridge, or any other place that you think it's gonna be safe and it's not gonna get knocked over and it's not gonna make a mess or anything like that. And we're gonna put it there and we're gonna keep it for about a week, so like 7 days. And then next week, on the same day next week, we're gonna come back and we're gonna see what happens to this. We're gonna see what transformation happens, and we're also gonna see what you guys think, what you guys thought was gonna happen. And yeah, well, we'll have a good talk about it, a nice conversation, and we'll see what you guys thought was gonna happen. And I'm very excited to see you guys' drawings and to hear from you, and we're gonna really think about it and we're gonna come up with some great ideas, I think. And then we'll reveal it and we'll see. And then for some of you who did it at home, there's gonna be a little bit of a treat. It's called rock candy. So it's a little bit of candy. So for those of you who did it, then you get a little snack with me. I want to thank all my friends for coming and joining me today and watching this video. And I can't wait to see you guys next week. Bye!